Welcome back to. I don't even think I said our name in the last episode.
I
Um,
don't think we did
the
either.
BS Buddies
They are.
podcast,
They already know. They don't need
ep-
to know. They already know.
episode 6. Until I lose track.
Well, I'm
So
Joe, and this is Ian, and it's nice to have you guys here.
you're a little backwards there, bud.
No,
I
no, no,
didn't.
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
even
no,
say our names in the last one. I guess that's how it
no,
should
no,
have
no,
been,
no, no,
was
no,
to talk about
no, no, no.
ducks.
I'm Joe. It's nice to meet. It's nice to have everybody here. See, I'm Joe, and this is Ian, and we're so happy to have you here, joining us today, tonight, this evening, or the morning, whenever you're listening, whenever, wherever you may be.
I am
When, wait,
not.
wait, Vinny, Vinny, Vicky. I don't know. We're
I am not a
strong
crayon
start.
eater.
Shut up. Shut
I
up.
am
We already.
Joe. This
Yeah,
is Ian. Just to
yeah,
clarify,
that's what I
okay,
said.
they
I
are
said I am
pleasantly
Joe.
confused. They are pleasantly confused. We will continue on. I don't think we're gonna have as dumb as a topic as last time. And if you didn't check it out, it's pretty amusing. We talked about a lot of ducks, and then it derailed from there. This one is a heavy topic for some. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. It
I'm
does.
gonna take this further, but we're gonna start here.
Yeah. So he's got some mystery rabbit hole plan for us, but I'm going to say right now that pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. The sweetness of the pineapple counters the saltiness of the ham. And I don't know why, but it just works. It just works. If you don't like it, that's okay. But I'm going to keep putting pineapple on my motherfucking pizza because it tastes good, God damn it. And I want to get my fruits and veggies in. All right, the tomato covers the veggies, the ham's got the meat, and the pineapple and the cheese has the dairy, and the pineapple's got the fruit. It's a
Where's
5-in-1 meal.
where's the vegetable?
Tomato. Oh wait, fuck, tomatoes. Wait, no, no, no. Tomato counts as an honorary vegetable. Tomato counts as all right.
You're
All
so
right, put it.
proud, and I just had to shut it down.
Uh,
Uh, so, growing up, I thought it was disgusting, and now I think it's aight. It's alright. I don't think it's fantastic. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I prefer it without. Do I think it belongs, though? My cousin would say no. He's a firm believer in no pineapple on pizza, and even talks about his pizza god, where the pizza god says no. So, yeah, it's
is pizza gods? Is what?
apparently, depending on what you believe in. I have a feeling you know a cousin I'm talking about because you know him very well.
Yeah. Well, wait, that's some interesting. I mean, who am I to argue with his? Okay, I will argue that there are certain types or ways that they put the pineapple on the pizza that I absolutely do not approve of. Number one is when they take those fucking pineapple rings and they make like circles around the pizza.
Oh,
I've seen
I would
pineapple.
not eat it.
I've seen pineapple on pizza like that. No, it needs to be diced up and just sprinkled over lightly, because then you only get like a little bit of pineapple with each bite, and it's not overpowering. You know what I
Like,
mean? Like
that,
if I, oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
just gonna say that's what I need, like just a little bit. Like for it to be like covered, I would just say no. I'd rather have anything else. Like if it's
Yeah, no,
just a few pieces, then it's like okay, I'll deal with it. Like it's not that big of a deal.
don't need to go all ham, pun intended, on the diced up pineapple across the.
This
I
guy.
can see, I can see you shaking your head, Joe. Why do you, why are you shaking
See,
your head?
my name is Joe.
I mean, excuse me. Funny thing, we like to call each other by the wrong names sometimes.
Yeah, really, sure. Anyways,
We're
can you still hear me? Oh no. Oh no. Ian can't hear me. I can't hear him. Ian, Stop. Well, you guys can hear me. His.
Joe's lost his audio. He's gone.
There
I
we
can't
go.
hear him. Yeah, it
Can you
must
hear
just
me
be
now?
me. Ah, ha ha ha.
Yeah, I was saying I dropped my notebook. At least they could hear me. I record everything on my side, so at least you didn't lose my audio. And I just told them I dropped my microphone. It bumped some cables, and yeah, I
Smooth.
didn't get anything that you just said.
Well, that's fantastic
didn't
because I
either.
don't remember any of it.
Okay, perfect. Should we move on?
Oh,
I apologize. Yeah, I have my
That-
computer right here and my interface, and it just hit. Wait, hold on. Can you say something?
howdy.
Okay. Recording is good. We didn't lose audio on the recording. Everything should be all right.
I knew this was going to happen at some point. We were going to have some sort of mishap. Figures it happens when we're talking about the pineapple on the pizza.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Anyways, next. So I want to move into this next area, and I want to say,
Someone tried to scare me.
Ian, very important.
I'm
I
listening.
had this conversation with buddies of mine a few years back.
Uh-oh.
I was live streaming some Call of Duty Cold War. That's what it was. I was trying to think of the game. And we were just BSing. We were talking. And we started talking about, is a hot dog technically a sandwich?
Oh my god, I know exactly where you're going with this.
I hope you don't. Because it goes a little farther. But we're gonna stay here. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, what is the definition of a sandwich? Could be our starting point.
I will look it up right now.
What is the definition of a
Sandwich definition. It is a noun. An item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal.
meat, cheese? So I guess by technical definition.
You know, I never read the definition of a sandwich until tonight.
That's what
Now
we're
that I
good
think of
for
it.
here. That's what we're good for here. We make you do things that you never think you would do. Now, by technical definition, you could call a hot dog a sandwich. However, I think the two buns or halves of the bun being hooked at the bottom means it is definitively defined as a taco because there is bread on three sides of the item. However,
That's where I wanted
that
to
then
take it
calls into
next.
that then calls into question what is a Subway sandwich? Because those motherfuckers are connected at the bottom too. Are you telling me I'm eating a 12-inch taco on Italian herbs and cheese?
So it does state it has to be two separate slices. So I always thought like, oh yeah, a hot dog is kind of a sandwich, but going by that definition, it is not two pieces of bread, it is technically one.
They are joined at the bottom.
And I'm upset that you brought that up because, yeah, that was the other argument. Is a hot dog a taco?
I think it technically counts as one, yes. If you look at it like a big fluffy
okay,
tortilla.
I'm looking up definition of a taco. You can keep going, but
Does it have to be specifically a tortilla? Because a tortilla does the same thing. It just has to hold it in
Mexican
on
dish
three sides.
consisting of a fried tortilla, typically folded, filled with various mixtures.
So it does specifically have to. So that excludes it from being a taco. Then.
So the night we were talking about this, like I think we all concluded that, like, yeah, the hot dog is a sandwich. And then it got into, is a hot dog a taco then? And most of us agreed. But my one buddy, it just was like, absolutely not. Cannot be taco. Which, now that we looked up the definitions, what the hell is or what the hell is a hot dog?
I don't
Because
know.
it's
Does it
not two separate pieces. It is.
single layer? Now,
It's
okay,
not a
here's the million
tortilla.
dollar. Here's the million dollar question though. Would you put a hot dog bun and a hot dog in the same category as like a hot dog with just a single piece of bread folded around it? Could you put those in the same category? Because a single piece of bread is functionally identical to a hot dog bun, but it looks much different, right?
Wouldn't it be the same thing?
Similar, but okay, but you got to think like a hot dog bun is two definite loaves that are connected by
Yes,
a thin strip. A
but
single piece of bread is just a fucking flat loaf that you rolled around it like pigs in a blanket.
yes, but it's one piece either way.
It is, but the shapes
So
are different. So yeah,
what?
you would classify them in the same category then.
So
So maybe they're
what?
their own category.
I'm scared to look up in Google, is hot dog a class of its own or something?
Single bread sandwiches.
What?
That's what it is.
You know what? Well,
That's a,
we might as well.
that's a
What
phrase I never thought I'd see in my
category
life.
is a hot dog in? Please understand. It's saying it's a
Wait,
sandwich,
so it is a
but
sandwich.
but it's not two pieces of bread.
I guess maybe they count each half of the
They
bun.
must. It's even saying the like between two slices of bread. Oh, it's saying two. Okay, USDA has a different definition, slightly different. Meat or poultry filling between two slices of bread, a bun, or a biscuit. So the technical definition does not say that, but the USDA definition adds a bun in there.
It includes, okay, so we have definitive evidence, conclusive
By the
conclusions, things.
USDA.
We have our proof that a hot dog is in fact a sandwich.
It's
What
a
was one that I thought of one day that was really good? There was one that I had in mind one day that I was very proud of, and now I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, is a Hot Pocket a ravioli or a calzone?
calzone.
Yes, thank you. That is correct.
Because it's not pasta as the. It's bread as this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bread. There's
Do people
one.
call it a ravioli?
Yes, there is a
What?
video out there that makes me
Oh
laugh every
no.
time because the one guy he was like, I'm gonna have to go with the ravioli, bro, and he's like, no, it's not a pasta. You don't. I mean, you don't bake a pasta. He's like, you could. And he's like, when's the last time you ever had a baked pasta dish? Pasta dish. He's like, baked macaroni cheese. He's like, it's pre-boiled. Your macaroni's pre-boiled, so it's already cooked. And
You would need
he's
a
like, you have. He's like, yes,
noodle.
you have to boil it.
You would need a noodle like this big
Just a
and just
single
stuff
noodle.
it that you don't boil.
A single. Well, you have to boil. If it's a pasta, you have to boil it.
Nope. Then it's can't. I don't know.
What do you mean?
My
What do
my
you mean?
brain.
No.
You know, I thought about it more, and I'm like, okay, I'm going very wrong, but I think my brain's still fried from the last one.
Oh God.
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It makes sense if you don't think about it, which is a
Makes sense
common
if you
theme
do
amongst
think
these
about it. Then.
episodes.
Oh. Do we have anything else on this?
I don't know if we did. You had this mystery rabbit hole that we were supposed to go
No,
down.
you
So
solved it. It was hot dog is a taco, and so it kind of killed my fire.
now, here's a question for you. No, it's stupid. Once I thought about it, man, it's stupid. I was, I was gonna ask you about like a donut hole. Like, why do they call it the donut hole? Because it's the hole of the donut. But that makes no sense. Donuts have a hole through the middle, and yeah, whatever. I don't care. It's stupid. I give up on it
Nah,
now.
I'm not gonna go there because
I
it's
was
like
thinking I want
it's the
donuts.
hole of a
Okay,
donut. It's a
I
donut
wanted
hole.
donuts, and I thought I could be clever, and karma made me eat my own words. I don't know what you want out of me.
What's your favorite kind of donut while we're on the subject?
Oh, you know what? I would have to go with either a cinnamon and sugar or just a classic glaze. I don't know why. I like the simple donuts. The simple ones are the best for me. A Bismarck takes a close second, though, I gotta admit.
I like the Long Johns.
Long Johns?
I'd
Oh,
rather
that's
have
fair.
it without jelly, but I can deal with it if it has. Uh,
I like jelly fillings, but only in the round ones. You know what I mean?
a
Like only
Bismarck.
in the round. Yeah, a Bismarck. Yeah, those ones are. Oh, they're the best. Sometimes they go a little too heavy on the icing, though. Which, okay, since we're going in this topic of desserts, right? Cake. How much of a layer of icing is appropriate? Because me, I do not like a lot of icing. I think
I
icing
am
is
the
way too
opposite.
sweet. I think icing is way too sweet. If you have like an inch thick layer of icing on your cake and the breading is only like 2 inches tall, that ratio is way too off for me. I need like just a thin little strip of icing to complement the cake. If you drown my cake in icing, it's just bleh, no way. I
I'm
hate
gonna make you a cake like I would like it, just so you can give it back to me and I can eat the cake.
it. You might as well just make the cake for yourself. Speaking of which, though, since we're just gonna hop train to train to train, I made an apple pie like a week ago, and it was the best thing I have made in a long time. So I didn't even really think I could make an apple pie, to be honest with you. I know it's like one of the easiest things you can bake, but to myself, I was like, well, I'll find some way to screw it up because I normally do.
Funnily enough,
And
my oh sorry, go ahead.
oh, well, I was just gonna say that uh, her grandma, my girlfriend's grandma, had given us a whole bag of apples. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look up a recipe for apple pie, and I looked it up, and I'm like, whew, the only thing I need is nutmeg and some pre-made pie crust. So I stopped in the grocery store quick, picked them up, brought them home, and I almost forgot to peel the apples, but I didn't. So they could have been crispy and crunchy. But I mixed everything together, threw it in the oven, put the top on, brushed the egg and all that fancy, and I came out an apple pie, and oh my God, I'm gonna be making more because yeah, apple. It was like 20 minutes to get the whole thing in there, and oh, the house smelled wonderful afterwards. So yeah, that happened.
I was
It's
just
just something
gonna
I'm proud of.
I was just gonna add, because you brought that up. This past weekend, my family came down, and just yesterday we all went to an apple orchard, and they had like their canned stuff, and I bought like apple pie filling, and I have a jar of it in my fridge, and I just bought pie crust today. So I'm gonna try
Oh,
it myself, and we're doing
oh
a
yeah.
graham cracker crust, and
Oh,
we'll see what happens.
nice. That ought to turn out good.
Maybe I'll
I
do it
was
for my
thinking of
birthday this weekend.
maybe you can give this a try if you want, but right when I was done peeling all the apples and dicing them all up, or I had some leftover slices that I didn't use in the pie or whatever. I was thinking if you could look up how to make your own Cool Whip, which I imagine is condensed milk, maybe. I don't know all the ingredients that go into it, but
I'm not a
if you
chef.
if you throw in those apple chunks in there with it in a blender, whip it all up to make your own Cool Whip, you could have like an apple jelly Cool Whip to put on top of your pie when it's all done baking. So that was just a thought that I had that I thought might work. So maybe you can
I'll
give it a
definitely do it.
try. Tell me how it goes.
Well,
I
this
believe in you. You can do it.
I was just gonna say this was looking to be our shortest episode yet, and then we started we
We saved. We
we
saved it.
continued on.
What are we
Um,
sitting at right now?
we're at 19 minutes, so I mean it's
Nice.
still a little faster,
We
but
can pad it out. We
yeah,
started on
yeah. So the original, I think we said it in the first episode. This is what we would do all the time with our improv videos, but I mean that was way worse. It was like we would talk about like birds, and then we'd talk about like food, and then we'd talk about something else in different
we
episodes.
start
I think we mentioned that like expect us to just go somewhere else by the
off the rail. We started with pineapple on pizza and we've ended with making apple
end.
pie.
Hey, we
I
went
got
back to the pie.
we went back to
We
the
went from
pie. You
pizza
can't
pie to dessert pie.
from pizza pie. We went to apple pie. Some of the best. You know what? Like, don't get me wrong. Pumpkin pie is my number one, but apple pie takes close second. There's just something about the taste of a good apple pie that is
Pumpkin pie
just.
was my favorite until I got a little older and wanted to try more. And then I tried an apple pie, and my life has been changed forever. Apple pie for the win.
Have you ever had a good rhubarb pie?
Yes, but I still prefer apple.
Ooh,
I don't
I
think
gotta
I've.
say, whenever I get the chance for rhubarb pie, every time, every time.
I don't know if I've tried a cherry pie because I'm not a huge fan of cherries. I think I've tried blueberry.
Sorry
Um,
that you said that, and my mind just immediately went into "She is
oh no,
my
my mind did
cherry
too.
pie. Go drink a water, such a sweet
Don't
and
sing it
pie."
too much. YouTube will get mad.
Nah, we'll be fine. If I sing it wrongly enough, they can't get us for copyright because I
I
can claim it's an original piece.
I played Runaway by Kanye West, the piano part, and it flagged me for the 10 seconds of that.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Man, they're getting strict with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we went from pizza to Kanye, so we better end it.
That's a pretty good Wikipedia race of a video.
Yeah. Expect more of that in the future. It's bound to happen as we continue. Yeah, I think we just got to do quotes and be done.
Ooh, another quote. I completely didn't prepare for this one.
We never prepare. It's your fault to begin with. You're like, oh, we should do quotes. And
Yeah, I
since you said
know.
that, we haven't
Mm,
been prepared at all. Um, great.
You get to go first because you bailed on the quote last time.
What do you mean I bailed on the quote?
You said my
I
quote is "Go Twins." That
yeah,
you
that's
quoted
my
who? Quoted you.
yeah myself. I'm just gonna type in quotes to Google. Go back to Google. The first one, I haven't even read this yet. It's just the first one I see. It says, "If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." Wayne Dyer. I am done with Google for today.
All right. Let's see. What's a quote I can think of on the spot? Probably not much. You know what? We're gonna use Google ourselves.
We use Google a lot today. I mean, I gave quotes of definitions of food.
That doesn't count. You know what? I'm going with funny quotes. Come on, give me something good. Give me anything good. My
I just
internet.
did the first one. I just did the first one I saw.
I can't even. They won't even load. I'm sick of following my dreams, man. I'm just gonna ask where they're going and hook up with them later. Mitch Hedberg.
Well,
He was a good comedian.
like I said, this was going to be our shortest episode, and then we talked about apple pie.
We managed to pad it out.
So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, like, subscribe, comment, follow wherever you're listening to this. Hope you enjoy, and comment down below for podcast ideas. We still got some, but we'd like to hear yours.
We need more. So take her easy now.
Goodbye.